Hey guys, welcome back to Home Loan Drew. I'm Andrew Webb, and today we're going to talk a little bit about my favorite aspects of the VA home loan program, specifically 5. So let's talk about the first one. The first one is 0% down. That's right, 0% down. Veterans can purchase homes through the VA program with 0% down. That's tremendous because in most loan programs, there's a minimum down payment requirement. For example, with conventional for new home buyers, it's 3%. If you're an existing home buyer, it's 5%, right? And so those costs get added or are required up front when it comes to your purchase. However, on a VA home loan, that is not the case up to a certain loan amount. And so it's going to depend on entitlement, but for the most part, it is 0% down for most cases. Now, what's unique about that is actually my second point, which is typically when you put less than 20% down on any given loan type, there's mortgage insurance. On VA home loans, though, there is no mortgage insurance added to the loan that's collected monthly. And so that's a very, very huge beneficial aspect of the VA home loan that truly just save veterans money. And so no private mortgage insurance payment, no matter credit score, on VA home loans. Now, there is an upfront VA funding fee that is added to the loan, right? And depending on if it's your first time or if it's your second time, that amount is going to change. But if you are disabled in any way, if you have disability from the VA in any way, that funding fee is exempt, is basically wiped out. So again, 0% down, no PMI, and if you've got disability, if you're receiving disability from the VA, you don't have a funding fee either. So that's pretty cool. And again, that funding fee, even if you do have it, is not paid up front, it is added to the loan. All right, the next aspect, the third aspect that we're going to talk about is DTI. VA is one of the most flexible loan programs when it comes to debt to income ratio requirements. And this is because they truly are trying to make sure that veterans avoid homelessness, really. And so in many cases, one of the most important aspects of your budgeting and of your affordability is your housing expense. I mean, listen, all other things can go, right? I mean, for the most part, everything else is kind of a luxury other than, of course, the vitals. And the VA Loan Home Program makes sure that you do have a residual income on top of your housing expense to make sure that you have enough money for food and the essentials, right? But the point is that a loan program should not stop you from being able to find a place to live, right? And so the DTI requirements are very, very flexible. In fact, I recently saw an automated approval with someone with a debt to income ratio into the 70s. Now, in this case, the borrower had a spouse that had income that we couldn't necessarily use, so we knew it was okay. But the point is, again, the VA home loan program was flexible enough to where it permitted higher debt to income ratios. And of course, the lender that I work for doesn't have any extra rules that prohibit or kind of cap those higher DTI. So whatever VA says is allowed, we go with it, okay? And that's really, really beneficial. Now, another aspect that is very unique is that technically with VA, there is no minimum credit score requirement. And this is hard to find or hard to realize for many people because most lenders, again, have their extra rules or overlays that cut off at a certain point. So from VA, though, there is none of that. So with VA, you can have a 500 credit score and actually get a VA loan. 450, right? We do require a credit score so that we can price the loan, but it is not a requirement of VA. And if all else goes well, you can still get a loan despite a lower credit score. So that is also very, very beneficial for veterans if they decide to use the VA home loan program. Now, the final aspect is, and this is just, again, there's so many aspects, but this is just one of my favorites, is what you can use seller credits for. So, for example, if you buy a home and the seller offers to give you $10,000, right? And all of your down payment and closing costs equals about $9,000. Well, typically, that's it. Like on a conventional loan, for example, that $1,000 is essentially forfeited and the seller just doesn't give that $1,000 to the buyer. But on VA home loans, you can literally find a way to utilize that money. For example, that $1,000 that's left over in this example could be used to help the veteran buy a television, literally, an appliance like a microwave, literally. Or maybe the veteran's got $1,000 on a credit card. Well, that $1,000 seller credit that's remaining can be used to pay down the veteran's debt. See, this is truly beneficial for the veteran, and that's why it's really one of my favorite aspects of the VA home loan program. So again, there are just so many, and if you're a veteran and you want to inquire about the special aspects or to see if you qualify for a VA loan, feel free to reach out to me directly. Now, in the description below, you're going to see a link to a calendar, my calendar invitation there, and you can set a one-on-one appointment with me exclusively so we can talk about the details of your qualifications. If you like, go ahead and subscribe to this channel because, again, I'm regularly putting out information just like this to keep you guys in the know as to what's going on in lending. All right, so again, Home Loan Drew out. Thanks so much for watching.